Good day, Lagos, and welcome to Tea Time on PlusTvAfrica. I still go by the name PR to the E to the double ZY Prezi, and as you already know here on Tea Time, we make sure we bring to you some of the discourses and also the issues happening, around the entertainment industry. And today, joining me on the show, we'll actually be having a conversation with an amazing personality. Maybe if you've not heard, but there is a new reality show in town, and we're here to actually talk about that, as well as the winner who actually recently won on the show is here with me to speak about the show and also to tell us how excited she is to be the winner. And I'm talking about no other reality show but the Gang reality show. And this one is actually the 5th edition, which is themed Luxury or Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome with me to the Plus TV studio as well as the Tea Time show, CocoAce. How are you doing today? You look beautiful, actually. I had to do a quick, view on most of your videos on YouTube and all of that. Okay. And I actually saw your picture as well as saw your videos as well.
Flattered.
So tell me, how excited are you being, the winner of the Gang reality show, edition 5, actually?
Actually, it feels so good amongst, everyone. I mean, the gang mates and all of that. I feel so, thrilled, excited to be the winner. Because when I was going into the house, when the voting started, I was just thinking that I'm going into this house to get the money. I'm going into this house to get the wins and all the opportunities. And thank God, with my supporters, my mom, my family, basically. It has been really amazing. Let me just
Interesting. Well, one thing is everybody is used to having like a nickname, right?
Okay.
Your own nickname is CocoAce, right?
Yes.
But I'm sure our viewers would like to know, like, who is behind the name CocoAce? What is like your name, and every other thing you would like to tell us about yourself?
Myself, firstly, I'll start with my name, like my real name. Yeah. My name is Arowolo Adeksewa.
Oh, Yoruba. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I'm Yoruba girl.
Nice.
Yeah, I come from a family of 4 siblings. My parents, my mom and dad, and I'm the last child, the last born.
Okay.
And aside this whole reality show thing, before I came into the show, I have a job.
Okay.
I'm an accountant.
Wow, nice. Wow. The truth is, looking at you, I don't know if there's a way accountants look like, but
actually, I get that a lot. Yeah. They always expect me to wear suits, the accounting vibe, but I just, I make it simple for myself. I'll say that.
CocoAce the accountant turned entertainer or reality star, right? Interesting. So I would like to also know, I want to believe before one makes a move to take part in maybe a competition, a reality show like this one, which just concluded, I want to believe that there was something you thought about. So what was like your mindset before? What triggered you to like want to be a part of this reality show, which is The Gang?
I would say that while I was growing up, we always watch this, the other reality shows, like example, the other Big Brother and all of that. So every year I tend to, do audition for all of it. But then, it's like no response and all of that. But after last year when I did same thing, then I came across, I've had this, zeal of being in a reality TV show and all of that. So after last year, I just came across the Gang reality show. Actually, someone told me about it, but I didn't really put my mind. But when I saw the ORs and everything, it's season 5 already. It's a whole lot.
It shows how big actually it is.
Yes, it is. So I had to jump on it, the registration, and funny enough, it was free. It's very simple, and we go into the voting stage, all of that. I'm opportune.
Was there ever a time you felt like, you don't try, make you just stop and maybe find something else to, get involved in?
No, I think my kind of being is when I say I want to do this, I'll do it. If I set my mind on it, I'll do it with all everything that I have, people that are around me, even when they're saying negative stuff, I try as much as possible to tell them, no, you guys should be optimistic. You don't even know what this is going to bring for you. So
I like that. That's actually very nice, and I like that mindset actually.
Yeah.
Now, a reality show, comes with its own issues, right? And when I mean issue, I mean having to like be in the same space with different kind of people. I can't even imagine the drama that's happened, which camera did not even show us, right? So I want you to talk about, I mean, the journey you had while you were in the house. What was it like for you, basically?
It was easy at the same time. It wasn't easy, being around people from different tribes, people you don't even like we all say, like, we humans are different, people are different. So my kind of being, I accommodate people like a lot, even if you're going wild and all of that.
Is it that easy, actually?
It's, to me, I mean, if you practice this, even when I was inside the house, I used to tell people, once you ignore, just try to ignore, leave that environment. If you feel like it's getting it, or you can't even undo that kind of environment, just, X yourself. While I was in the house, it was a lot of triggers. I mean, a lot of triggers. Some will even come to me personally and say, you're a threat to me.
Wow.
Even when I don't talk. So my personality is just like, I'm just there, but like they're feeling threatened and all of that. So it's just like a whole lot coming, but I'm glad I escaped through it. None of that got to me.
There was a video I saw of, this reality show where somebody was screaming. You know how you're trying to be a leader, trying to like at least put things in order, but every other person is just trying to act all like they are not following the rules. They just don't want to listen to anybody, stuff like that. And I'm sure you've had like capacity where you probably want to like be a leader, do something to help everybody.
I think why the first week getting into the house, I was the gang leader.
Okay.
So, earlier I said aside this whole entertainment stuff, my job, I have staffs that I have like colleagues that I deal with, all of that. And like I said, I can accommodate whatever. And if there's any situation that I feel like is getting out of hand, there's always a way you can always calm it down. You don't have to like fit into that situation. Like maybe someone is yelling this. You don't have to like yell at the same time with that person. Just let that person pass their points. Then when they are done passing their points, you can just say, oh, you're right, your feelings are valid.
So it's more like CocoAce has this skill in managing disaster issues.
I mean, if you watch the show very well, I'm like 100% perfect in that. It's not like a hype, but it's,
Okay, I like that I heard that actually. Now Coco, let's talk about like I mentioned, reality show like this is not, you come and you see people with different behavior, people who do not even like, on a normal day, if you see them, maybe you might not even talk to them, right? Now, how were you, like, was there any kind of strategy for you? Because you mentioned silence, which I know some people, that could be like a way to handle situations, right? Even though silence sometimes can trigger somebody to want to even blow you and stuff like that. But what was your own strategy like, in the house, like that even made you now to be the winner of this particular show?
I think my strategy is me, basically. I don't think I came into that house with any strategy, because I was just there. I was just doing me. I was just, trying to focus on the game, because at the end, it's the game and everything that matters. So, this was strategy really. I was just there. If there's any issue, if my name is not mentioned, you can never find me in that kind of circle. So that's the kind of thing you do to avoid some certain issues. So when I find myself in that kind of situation, even sometimes when maybe there's like an issue in the house or something, someone might just randomly from nowhere mention my name. That's the kind of trigger I'm talking about. Like, you're mentioning my name basically without no reason, like you just want me to say. But I used to call myself a little bit like So
everybody has that.
yeah. So when I sense something, you're trying to, they call them gimmicks. Like you're trying to get attention like all the time. So there's no I sense that I'm going to get myself involved. So I just accept
So wait, are you saying now that you've possibly not been triggered to want to do something to somebody who might have like annoyed you in the house?
Hey, this is
Or are you just, you just have that consciousness that if you do something wrong, that might just take you out or disqualify you sort of?
No.
Okay. Because I mean, you are human, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, all those things, I try as much as possible to avoid them. And if I feel someone is, I'm this kind of person, if I feel like the energy between us isn't right, and I feel like you're this kind of person I can easily talk to and you won't flare up, and because when I'm talking to somebody, I came to meet you and I'm trying to talk to you and you're flaring up, I'll just you don't want to talk, so I'll just like let you be. So when I see something like bad energy or something, and I think I value peace a lot. So I try as much as possible to call that person. This is what happened. This, I want to hear from that person. I don't just act on what I'm hearing. I want to hear from you. Let's talk. Let's know what's up and all of that. So I'll just call you, talk to you. This we'll sort it out, and that's it.
Okay, so guys, you've heard from CocoAce. She's a woman of peace. She doesn't fight war. She's not in for your drama, right? So the show has happened and now it has come to an end, which makes you the winner of this year's edition. Now I want us to talk a little about the theme, which is luxury or nothing.
Okay.
Now, was there any kind of luxurious, stuff that happened in the house that you probably like, oh yeah, this is something to look out for?
The parties, the movies, the private cinemas, should I say the continental dish?
Oh. So which was your favorite, like among all of these luxuries?
I think the house, basically. The house is luxury on its own. Like the old furniture, aesthetics, all of that. The movie, the private cinema, like I said, and basically just everything.
Okay, nice. So now that you are the winner of this year's edition, it means your face would be out there. Now there's this thing we know already about reality shows, where people have a misconception of who you are in the house and what you really represent, right?
Yeah.
Now, how would you, because I'm sure now you're out of the house, I don't know if you faced that since you got out. Has anybody said, this thing you do for house, really, not be Coco be that, but,
Yes, so my mom, my sisters, I'll start from the tax, or tax given to us in the house. Most of it has like this drama, performance and all of that. And like I said earlier, I've never been in that kind of realm, like, acting, doing dramas and all of that. I don't know if you saw a particular episode that we did this drama, they call it, Iyalabu stuff. So, yes, exactly. So I had this, what's it called?
Okay, tribal mark
and all of that. And drama was really perfect. When I saw that episode, I'm like, is this really me? Did I really do this? Even my mom, my sisters were like, you discovered your talent. Don't worry. So
does it mean like acting is something you probably will want to do? Going by the tax you did actually.
I think yes. Because trust me, while I was in all those taxes in the house, I didn't see myself doing it. It just, like the zeal, everything just came, and I feel like it's no stress to me. So, I'm good on that. Okay,
so aside, let's talk about who Coco is now. Aside Coco being now a reality show winner, right? What are the other things we'll find Coco, do aside, what you love to do, which is the whole entertainment in our world? What you mentioned, you're an accountant.
Yeah.
But if I don't see you being a reality star, what else will I see you do?
Maybe a community, should I say community attendant, in sense of, because for like 3 good years or 4 years now, I've been doing this, giving out to the needy, all those kind of, I do it like every year.
Nice.
But right now, I really want to push really hard on it, in the sense that I want it to be known to the public that this is my foundation, this is my community, this is what I want to do for people. Get people around me to like, probably go to like motherless homes, like stuff like that, people on the streets, feed them if I need to, and all of that. So that in particular, I want to do more on it. With this reality winning thing, I really, really want to push out on that. And aside that, I have like a cleaning business, like a cleaning company business in Lagos here. So that too, I want
just to do a lot.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you have business, in your mind and all of that. But let's quickly go on a break. When we go on this break and come back, we'll wrap up with conversation with CocoAce, who is the winner of the Gang reality show. This is still Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back. Welcome back. It's still Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, and you already know that we have been speaking to the winner of the Gang reality show. In case this is the first time you're hearing that, not to worry, quickly go to YouTube and you could actually check out their content. And I'm here with the winner of this year's edition, which is the 5th edition, titled Luxury or Nothing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been having, a series of conversation about the reality show, and Coco has actually been doing justice to all of that. Well, you can see how beautiful she looks, right? I'm sure you could actually see that. So Coco, let's come back to the experience in the house. Now, we've talked about how you were able to manage the characters, that you witnessed in the house and all of that. But is one thing, in the other reality shows we've seen, when housemates come out of the house, is always like, a lot of differences. They're always having issues with one another. But how would that be for you? Now that you're out of the house, I want to believe that, you would have a healthy kind of relationship with, not when maybe one person is passing and another person is passing the other way, So how would you maintain that relationship now you're out of the house?
Okay, to start with, while I was in the house, I made connections with few people. Yeah. Like, I'll call them family, not even friends. Because we were together from the first week to the 4th week. And the connection is more like, I don't make on meaningful friendship. Yeah, let me put it that way, because these people I connected with, they are way, way, way mature, and their understanding is more like my mentality is, drawn into their brain kind of way. I think that's why I connected with them. And till now, the connection still remains, but still, intact, trying to make things work out for each other and all of that. I think that's like the most important thing to...
why I ask this question? Because, when we hear reality show, it's as if everybody is trying to act the character, right? So that's why even most times you hear people say, oh, it's scripted, or what they are doing is scripted. So I don't want to believe that relationships are also scripted in a way, So I don't know if you clarify that actually.
It's not. Mine was like very unique and direct. It's just like direct feeling, love let me say love at first sight.
Okay.
That's just the way it is. And the connection to me is like very real. Like I said, I'm a little bit psyched, so when I see something that is not good for me, I'll already know that this is not good for me. But these people they are different. I've never made, especially the 2 girls, Judy and Judy Roberts, the 2 girls. I've never made like Igbo friends in my life. But when I met those girls, they were there for me. And you said something like me being quiet and all of that. They're always like, you people, Coco doesn't talk, this is it. If you talk to her anyhow, like,
so the
both of them are just like, in the house, just like my backbone. I know like I can't talk or something. I just feel like this thing, but they see that this thing you're keeping quiet about is supposed to be addressed and all of that. So I just say, you guys live there. And I made connection to it, Omobola. I mean, the four of us, you know, it's great relationship.
Okay, now I want to put you on a little spot, right? I saw videos of some of the guys, and I mean, I'm a guy, so I could be like, okay, these guys are quite cute. So
Yeah.
tell me, let's be honest with ourselves now, right? Was there ever a time while you were in the house, you know, you had a little, you know, attraction for any of them, you know, and you could mention names, that's fine, but you know.
I think all the guys in that house, all of them are fine boys. Are fine boys everywhere.
I like the way you're saying that.
There are fine boys everywhere. But, you know, like I said, I made connections with, you know, just 4 people. 3 people rather, plus me, that's 4. So the 2 girls and 1 guy, the guy named Omobola.
Okay.
So let me just say, I'm just stuck in that circle. So there's no any other guys,
lingering affections anywhere.
No.
Okay, we'll find out later on. It's all good. So now you have won, and I could see that you have a trip involved as one of the you know, benefits for being the winner of the show. And it's a trip to any African country, right?
Yeah.
How, I mean, that's, for me, that's very, you know, something to be excited about. You also have a movie deal involved in that. I don't know, I mean, you know, we have different movies these days.
Yeah.
I don't wish for you to be in Asaba.
No.
But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, but it's a nice thing actually. If you actually have, you know, interest in, you mentioned about the tax you did, and I believe that's like a stepping stone, you know. So yeah,
sure.
money is also involved, and I hope you actually get to spend it with me, you know. When time is,
I'll share.
Okay, well, I can give you my account after this.
Okay.
But how do you feel about all of this? Because this is a total package, if you ask me, and if not utilized well, I have to say that as well. You know, it could just in thin air, you know. So how do you feel about this, and what is your plan, you know, now that you have won?
Like I said earlier, I feel really good about this. I mean, it's a stepping stone for me. It's a face to a face to a face, and I'm glad I'm taking that step. And shout out to the gang realization for giving me this sweet opportunity, and I hope and I pray and I want to make the best out of it. And now that I'm out, I just want to make the best out of the whole winning thing. Well, I mean, support the brand, whatever brand I'm going to be working with. I mean, put in my full responsibilities that I'm supposed to do. And if it's my own brand, so I'm definitely putting more effort to get to where I want to go to.
All right, so now I wanted to say something to, this is the 5th edition we just concluded, and I want to believe there will be another edition. Now, what would you say to the next person who would likely participate in this competition? I'm sure they will check out your videos, being somebody who they will now look up to now, you know, just to see maybe your own way of how you went about the show and all that, to get a strategy. So what would you say to them, you know, before the next edition begins?
I'll say just be yourself. 1, focus on why you're there. 2, and get your audience together even before you get to the show. It's very, very important. Create your own audience before you get to the show. Like, it's way, way, way too important. So, I mean, just focus on the game, be yourself, and peace.
Create peace.
Create peace. If somebody is fighting one corner, boy, they don't mention your name.
Those reality shows about drama.
It's drama. But I don't think I fit into that drama. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but just peace. You can bring a little bit, you know,
of some bass-bulls,
but when you do a little bit bass-bulls, just relax more. Peace, give yourself peace of mind, because you have headache. If you're shouting, headache will later come back to you. So for you not to, experience that. Just,
all right. So as we wind down to this interview, I like the fact that you mentioned about creating your audience before you get in there, and I think it's actually true because I could mention names of some of the reality stars who, before they got into the house, seems like people even knew them before they came.
Yeah.
Right? And that was where the whole fan base started from.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what would you say to those who, I'm sure there was a voting process, people voted for you, people cheered you on, and till you got to the final stage and even became the winner? What would you say to all of the people that have supported you?
Oh my God.
And even the organizers as well too. Yeah.
It's a whole lot. The way you ask this question now, I'm having goosebumps. Because these people, I call them my supporters, my sponsors, my families. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Most
especially my mother, my family, my siblings, and my co-workers at work, my friends, Jojo, BC, Coco, everybody basically. You guys are amazing. You guys brought me to this stage that I am, and every time I think about it, every time it comes to my head, I just want to keep saying thank you. I know sometimes thank you might not be enough, but this thank you that I'm saying is from the bottom of my heart, deep down to my soul, because I really, 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 really do appreciate you guys, and I pray for everybody that supported me from day one, even before I go into the house. I'm praying for you guys that whatever you do, whatever that concerns you, God will keep blessing you, God will keep, enriching you. Thank you so much to my mom. I love you, mommy. Thank you so much for the support. And my sisters too, my co-workers at work, and my bosses, and my friends, and people that I don't even know that are voting for me. You guys that voted for me. Yeah. You guys, thank you so much, and I love you, and I love you. And I always say, there's this thing I used to say, like, I'm rooting for you just like as you're rooting for me. The way they rooted for me, I'm rooting for them, so I rooted for them, and it came out really, really nice, and I promise that their voting will not go in vain, and I'm glad that came to pass. It works, and they should be proud of me too.
Well, here on Tea Time, we are proud of people like you. So thank you so much for being a part of today's show. And we actually wish you the best. I wish you could, take a ride in your car and take us around Lagos.
Yes, please.
But now congratulations once again, actually.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of today's broadcast. My name is PlusTvAfrica, and this is Tea Time. Till we see you again next time, make sure you have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, and do stay safe.